What happens when victory leaves a deeper scar than defeat? These are the faces of leaders who won wars but carried their weight forever. History remembers Winston Churchill as the legendary British bulldog who saved Europe from tyranny. His defiant rhetoric during Britain's darkest hours united a nation on the brink of collapse. Yet behind the iron facade, he fought a silent battle with depression, his black dog, and was haunted by the military disaster at Gallipoli in his youth. His legacy is one of unyielding resilience, a lasting symbol that the strongest leadership often springs from the deepest vulnerability. Arthur, the Duke of Wellington, is immortalized as the strategic genius who defeated Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. He was the architect of a victory that reshaped Europe and ended an era of conflict. Yet triumph brought him profound melancholy. As he walked the blood-soaked battlefield, he declared that nothing except a battle lost can be half so melancholy as a battle won. His legacy is a sober reminder that the price of peace is often paid with enduring sorrow. Abraham Lincoln is revered as the savior of the Union, the president who led a nation through its bloodiest war. With the Emancipation Proclamation, he redefined the purpose of the conflict, turning it into a fight for universal freedom. But the burden of command etched itself onto his face, deepened by the excruciating pain of losing his son Willie during the war. His expression, captured in photographs throughout the conflict, remains one of the most powerful visual testaments to the personal cost of leadership in times of crisis. Julius Caesar was one of the most brilliant generals in history, a conqueror whose military genius expanded Rome's borders to the edges of the known world. His decision to cross the Rubicon was a point of no return, a bold act that led him to absolute power. Yet the same war that brought him glory also bred distrust and paranoia, turning allies into mortal enemies. His legacy is a tragic lesson in how the relentless pursuit of power can lead a man to conquer the world only to lose himself.
Alexander the Great was a visionary who in just over a decade forged one of the largest empires the world has ever seen. His tactical brilliance and boundless ambition made him a demigod in the eyes of his men. Yet that same ambition pushed him to the brink, facing mutiny from his exhausted army and paralyzing grief over the death of his companion Hephaestion. His legacy is a Hellenistic world born paradoxically from the violence of his conquests, an empire of culture he would never live to see. Ulysses S. Grant is celebrated as the relentless general who secured the Union's victory in the American Civil War. His determination in the Overland Campaign, accepting massive casualties, earned him the controversial reputation of a butcher. Few knew that behind the brutal strategy, Grant was fighting a lonely, silent battle against alcoholism, a burden intensified by the carnage of command. His legacy is that of a man who, despite personal demons and the weight of war, showed surprising generosity in peace, seeking to reconcile a fractured nation. Saladin, or Salah al-Din, remains in history as the iconic unifier of the Muslim world who reclaimed Jerusalem from the Crusaders. He is remembered for his legendary chivalry and acts of mercy amid a brutal holy war. The complexity of his character is revealed in his famous relationship of respect and rivalry with his enemy, Richard the Lionheart. Saladin's legacy is not merely that of a conqueror, but of a leader who bore the burden of upholding a code of honor in times of relentless hatred. The Ashoka the Great was the emperor who unified the Indian subcontinent through one of antiquity's bloodiest military campaigns. His victory at the Battle of Kalinga was absolute, but the sight of the battlefield, strewn with the dead, broke his spirit. Consumed by remorse, he renounced conquest by the sword and embraced Buddhism, radically transforming his empire into a realm of peace and tolerance. His legacy, carved into stone edicts, is timeless proof that a leader's greatest strength may lie in recognizing his most devastating mistake. These stories of these figures remind us that behind every monument and every victory lies a human soul. If you felt connected to these stories, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and continue this contemplative journey with us. Thank you for watching.